So the title of this message today is Why Are You Stuck? Goes for men and women. Why are you stuck? Think about that. Why are you stuck? Do you know why? Do you have that answer? I think you have the answer. And I'm gonna go over a couple of things, and I'm gonna and I want you to really dig deep and see, do any of these things that I'm about to talk about today apply to you? So why are we stuck? A lot of us feel some of us feel that we stuck right now. I know sometimes in my life I feel like that I was stuck. I don't feel like I'm stuck right now. I feel like I'm getting through. I'm getting through, right? But some of us might feel that we are stuck. And it's not because you're weak, because I don't think anybody that's listening to this message right now is weak, and I don't think anybody that is listening to this message is incapable of getting themselves out of the position that you're in currently. I think that you might be comfortable in where you're at right now. Sometimes you have to leave. Sometimes you have to move. You're comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you get cozy. You get relaxed. You start to put things up because you keep returning to the same spot. You're comfortable. There's no movement. Getting into the first point in that comfort and being comfortable is a fear of failure. Hey, look, fear is real, but you do not have to succumb to your fear. A lot of people have fear, and a lot of people have fear publicly. Think about it. One of the biggest fears is speaking publicly. These messages that I am putting out, there can be a fear there because, put me for example, I'm talking to you all about the goals that I have, about my weight, getting from which I'm wanting to go from 287 to 180. And we're currently at 245, 242, 245. So when the next update, which will be on the 15th of June, we got to be lower than 242. And it can't be like 240. We got to be in the 230s, 220s. These videos that I'm posting on a regular basis, they need to happen every day. The business that I'm now running, I have to be doing something every day once certain affairs get in order. Gotta make calls every day. There has to be some type of growth. I have to send out quotes. I have to make contacts. There can be a fear there because I'm putting this thing out publicly, right? But I'm not letting that stop me. But there can be a fear there because I'm putting it out in the public to be judged by others. And some of us see that, we understand that, and because of that, instead of risking failure, you choose inaction. I'm going to say that again. Because of the risk of failure, publicly and or privately, You choose to be inactive. And being inactive is the biggest failure of them all, because that means you're just not doing nothing. Again, this is not an attack on you. This is just to expose on where you are at. If this is not you, that's fine. But to some of us, this is where we're at. Next thing, the bad habits and environment. Your habits shape your future, because that's your routine. That's your schedule. Your schedule, your routine, becomes behavior. And that in your behavior kind of develops on who you are as a person. And also the environment can affect you as well. Now, I will say this, at one point in time, when I was in college, when I first started at Purdue, my behavior wasn't getting me the grades that I needed. And so, because of my behaviors, they didn't kick me out of school, but my grades just weren't high enough to get into upper management. So I told, and so I did not want to get, and this is no offense to anybody, I did not want to get a OLS degree, operation leader management, something like that. I wanted to get a business administration degree. So I made a commitment to myself to go to another school, which was Ball State at the time, and I made a commitment to change my habits. I moved myself out of that familiar, comfortable environment that I was at, go somewhere else that was fairly known still, change up my habits, and I graduated in 3 years. But I had to change my habits, and I moved myself out of the environment. I don't know what your habits are, and I don't know what environment you're in. Some of us don't even have the luxury to move ourselves out of the environment, so you have to change the habit. Put together a list. I've talked about having AI, right? In one of my earlier videos, using ChatGPT, uploading your resume, then telling Chat what you want to do, where you think your skills are at, and then put a plan together. Hey, this is what I want to do. How do I accomplish this? What does this look like? Put a schedule together for me. When do I sleep? When do I eat? When do I post? When do I make calls? When do I apply for jobs? How long should I do this? Do I need a trainer? Do I just need to, purchase whatever that might be? It'll help you out. But you have to change your habit. You have to make a commitment to change your habit. The people around you matter, which, I have family. I reached out. They helped me. My father helped me. My brothers helped me. My cousins helped me. My granny helped me. I have a good support system. So a lot of that stuff was, hey, you can do it. Hey, you can do this. Hey, you can do that. It was a lot of uplifting. Some of you don't have that, which is why I'm making these videos. Because if you don't have the people around you, I'll help you. I'll do that. You're great. You're talented. You're capable. You can do it. Keep coming to this video. I'll keep speaking into you. You got this. Your routines matter and your mindset matters. Sometimes your environment keeps you average, and eventually you start thinking average. But to those who can't not change their environment, at least not yet, you can at least change your habits. You can change your habits. You can have an effect on your environment. And then once you get into a position of your habits being changed, then you can probably move to a different environment, which is a little bit better for you. Next, discipline versus excuses. Excuses are dangerous because they sound reasonable. Because everybody has an excuse, right? Everybody can make an excuse. Everybody has reasons. But successful people move anyway. They just find a way to get it done. You can just think about all these successful people. They just always just find a way to get it done. I mean, I'll use an example. Kobe Bryant, my GOAT. Kobe would tape his fingers together because they keep getting dislocated, and he would shoot. It don't matter. I'm shooting. Tape them together. Okay, it's one finger. I'm shooting this thing. I'm lacing them. It don't matter. Both Achilles gone. Still shoot the free throws. Legs can't move. He got to dang to get dragged off. No excuses. We're just gonna find a way to get it done. Shoot, Elon Musk, he has all this money, but you can see them rockets keep going up and coming down, up and coming down. The people are finding a way to get it done. You can find a way to get it done. Do the research, develop these good routines, develop these good habits, and just keep pushing forward. Say, hey, I'm gonna get this done. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just gonna do it. When you can do that, things are gonna start to change. When you want to be successful. The next thing is the purpose, because your purpose changes everything. Once you got the purpose behind you, it changes everything. You got a different type of drive. You got a different motor. For me, when it came to losing weight, one is when I see my granny smile. She'd be proud of me. Another was obviously myself, right? Because at the time I was having some back problems, and sleeping became a little bit more difficult, right? And I was like, I gotta change this, because I can only walk maybe like 20-30 feet. My back would start hurting. I was sleeping. I'd be in the basement. You can hear me on the second floor. It was bad. And then I got my nieces and nephews. I'm Uncle L. I'm everybody's favorite uncle. So I'm like, I got to be a better example for them. So let me share this. And then I'm thinking about, I want to have a family. And so they're going to do what dad does. And so I can't be a slouch. I can't be out of shape. My dad wasn't out of shape when he was around. He was running. He was doing things. And that's why we were running. Anybody that know the Davidsons, we were always in track. We were always doing something because my dad was pushing us. So I want to have that same effect whenever I have kids, whenever that might be. Hey, ladies, I'm a bachelor. I'm cool. Hey, you know what? We'll say that for later, but shoot me in my DMs. All right. Anyway, when you have a purpose, it pushes you past all the excuses. You move differently, you think differently, and you live differently. It's just different. You don't let nothing hold you back when you got a purpose. And you got to figure out what that is for you. The version of who you want to become does require sacrifice. Sacrifice requires pain. You got to break down that old person. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be mentally tough. Sometimes gonna be physically tough. But you got to break that down. And we know in the body, you break it down, and when you build it back up, it's stronger than ever. It does require discipline. Growth requires discipline, but you can get there. And your future depends on what you do today. So, if you want to be better than what you were before, if you can make that commitment, I need you to keep following this channel. And I'm going to keep giving you everything that you need. I'm going to be here. How about you?